was just announced that OpenAI has hit $10 billion in annual recurring revenue, which is $5 billion more than they made last year. Now, their expenses this year were $15 billion. So they're still
Yeah.
running out of profit. But at the current trajectory, they're likely to become a profitable company actually quite quickly. And as somebody who's lived through several tech hype cycles, I will say this seems to be the fastest hype cycle to profitability. And I think it's because they don't have a complicated business model. So social media had a really complicated business model, which was trying to sell advertisers and getting a lot of users really quickly. And e-commerce was kind of the same way. Amazon lost money for like 17 years before it turned a profit, and it still doesn't turn a profit really on its store. It makes most of its actual profits off of its web services. So AWS is like a 30% profit margin, whereas the Amazon.com store has like a 2% profit margin.
Yeah.
Which means if you're paying with an Amazon Prime Visa card, you're getting the entire profit margin back in like points. Although they get their pound of flesh one way or the other. But with AI, they just charge you, right? If you can get stupid AI for free, but if you want smart AI that respects your privacy, you have to pay for it, and you just pay a monthly fee. And there's a lot of people who are paying OpenAI and also these other tools. And the other thing that they're charging for, they make money two different ways. They make money directly from users. So if you go to OpenAI and sign up for ChatGPT, you pay $20 a month. But they also charge money for people who build tools using their infrastructure. So every time you use a Patron Toolbox tool, or every time you talk to AI Thomas, I pay money. In fact, the cost of AI Thomas just spiked for me. At one point last week, it was 75 cents a message. And I was like, I can't afford this. So I reworked AI Thomas. I've actually made it smarter and cheaper. I mean, y'all can all still use it for free as much as you want. But I made the cost for me quite a bit cheaper by switching the underlying model that runs behind it. So I don't think we're going to have an AI. I don't think it's going to be a catastrophic bubble. The big problem with the dot-com bubble, which was very traumatic for Austin, Texas, where I live, was a lot of the dot-com companies had no plans of making money. Making money was a tomorrow problem. Getting users was a today problem. And OpenAI seems to be really focused on making money today, which I think is going to make it less likely that it's going to be the kind of sensational crash to zero crash that we saw in 1999 or in 2000.